your favorite anime's biggest problem? Let's just get straight into it. One Piece, you can see the poster back there. Great anime, great storyline, great world building, a lot of great characters, villains. There's so many good things you can say about it. But I think you already know what I'm going to say is his biggest problem, which is pacing. I think everyone knows this. This is common knowledge. Everyone knows One Piece, great anime, dead pacing. So yeah, the biggest problem with One Piece is its pacing. One big example of that is, that fight between Luffy and Katakuri. I don't even know how to say his name properly, but Luffy and Katakuri, that fight there, yeah, took way too long. I'd even go as far to say as that whole arc, the whole Dressrosa arc. The amount of time I've seen that girl, what's her name? Rebecca. The amount of time I've seen her backstory, bro. Every episode they want to bring up the sad music and her backstory and how her dad turned into that toy. Come on, man, it's not every episode. I know what the story is. You told me 5 times before in the last 10 episodes. Why do you have to bring up again, please? And that's my biggest problem with it. Not even my biggest problem. This is a lot of people's biggest problem with One Piece. And the reason why there's a good few people who just won't start it, because it's just long, innit? I'm caught up. I'm all caught up, you know what I mean? So I've done the journey, but I can understand why people don't want to do the journey, because it's long. Can't convince no one that 1,100 plus episodes is not long. We even got people out here saying, it's not even long enough, once you reach, it's not even long enough. But nah, it is long though. I think I have a problem with anime just being too long in general. I like when an anime knows when its due date is there. It knows how to end. It knows how to start and finish. One Piece has been going on for longer than I've even been a thought. And it's even still going on today, and there's no end date in sight. We don't know. The writers say maybe the next 3-4 years it will end. Will it? It's been going on since the 90s. I wasn't even born in the 90s. But yeah, pacing. Yeah, sorry for the rant. And I was just trying to say pacing. Pacing's long still. Yeah, long thing. Naruto. The problem with Naruto is I'm even struggling to think of an issue, Nah, I lied. The ending of Naruto, I feel like the writer, I forgot his name, is it Kishimoto or someone else? I don't even know, but I feel like he ran out of ideas towards the end, He made Madara so strong that the only way they could kill him off was just pure plot armor. I know you're gonna say aliens, the aliens killed him off and it was all part of that aliens plan, but come on now, that's lazy. That's so lazy. I feel like a show that good, an anime that good, deserved a better ending. I know there's controversies between whether the ending was good or not, but let's be honest, that ending was a bit shallow. They brought the alien Kaguya. Is her name Kaguya? Man, I even forgot her name. She weren't even important like that. She just come in to justify killing off Madara because he was too strong for everyone. So yeah, I think the problem is the writer ran out of ideas and didn't know how to end the show. It was so good, the writer had no idea how to end it, and he just put that slop there. It was like, yeah, kill off Madara, bring the aliens, they'll finish it off, and then we're gonna have Naruto and Sasuke turn into some gods and fight it out. It was lovely to see, but it was a bit lazy. I think it was lazy writing. Could I have written it better? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I can't still spot out lazy writing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be a writer to spot out something that just looks a bit shallow. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Man, I'm starting to get a little bit amped up. I'm getting annoyed. Because they could have done it better, But it was nice, seeing him get married and that. And then they passed the torch on to Boruto. But Boruto's been a bit disappointing. I have watched like over 100 episodes of Boruto, so I'm not someone who's not seen Boruto. I've given it a good chance. I've watched up until after the Ishiki arc. Naruto went Baryon mode and all that. Yeah, man watched Boruto, but Boruto's a bit... Nah, I think they probably should have just ended Naruto and left it there and not passed the torch on to Boruto, you know what I mean? Just make it its own separate thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the biggest problem is the ending. I think it ended not very well. So yeah, big up Naruto, innit? Well, ending was mediocre. Bleach. So I'm touching on the big three. I just start with the big three because the big three anime is the big three. And Bleach's problem is, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the filler. I know you can skip the filler, yeah, but it's like over 50% filler. At some point, it's just like, when is too much filler too much filler? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm skipping too much now. Like I'm actually having to do research on the internet to make sure I'm skipping 100 episodes worth of filler that's not gonna be useful to the main storyline. And man's not interested in that. You know what I mean? But the filler being a problem is one thing, but I'd also say another issue is that Ichigo just has too much plot armor. Yo, I have never experienced a main character with so much plot armor in my life. He don't die. He's everything. You get me? He's a soul reaper. He's a Quincy. He's a full bringer. He's everything. When he's about to die, it turns out he has something else inside him that keeps him alive. You know what I'm saying? And I think the main character, not the main character, the writer was probably afraid to kill him off, or afraid to make him look weak. It just comes to the point where you just know he's not really gonna lose any battle. If he does lose, he's gonna come back and he's gonna win. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna have something else under his sleeve that the writer has conveniently given him. You know, something that he's had from birth that we didn't know about, but only manifest when he was in trouble. So I think plot armor is a bit of a problem in Bleach. Great anime though, innit? But this video, I'm not focusing on the good parts really of of anime. I'm highlighting the issues. You understand? So yeah, Bleach, great anime, all timer. Can't wait for it to come back this year as well. I will be there watching it weekly. If they do it weekly, I'll be there. I'm ready for it to finish. You know, I'm ready to finish it. But yeah, I'd say plot armor. But it is a great watch though, regardless. Even though you know he's not gonna lose, it's a great watch. Because other people might lose, you know. So yeah, good anime. Plot armor too much. Attack on Titan. Now, the biggest problem with Attack on Titan is that unfortunately there is none. You know what I mean? This is what happens when a writer is cooking. This is when a writer cooks for real. There's no issues with it. Perfect from beginning to end. You understand? And they started it and they had an end date. You know what I mean? They had an end date in sight. So it started and finished perfectly. Some people have their quarrels, have their issues with the ending, but I think it's ended quite well. You know, I think the ending was quite fitting and quite realistic. You know, I guess people probably just didn't want to see Eren go the way he went, but such is life. You understand? He wiped out like 80% of spoilers before I get in deep here, innit? But he wiped out like 80% of the planet. Do you expect him to live? This is not Bleach. Hey, I know I'm taking digs at Bleach, but if Ichigo done that, he would have survived. Eren does that and he gets what he gets. You know what I mean? And they come to an end. It's not necessarily a satisfying ending. It's not necessarily a very happy ending, but it's not meant to be. You understand the way the show was going? There's no way you can have a happy ending. Too much madness happened. And I love the way how there was not really a good guy. There was bad guys, but there was not really heroes. You know, everyone was a villain in their own way, I feel like. So, you know, it's just, you just pick a side. Which one of the two evils? Which one is the lesser of the two evils? Which one are you going to root for? I was always Team Eren, but I can understand why you wouldn't be. And you wouldn't be wrong to not be Team Eren as well. You understand? So I like how they done that. There's no problems in the whole anime. There's no problems. I like how they switched from one animation studio to the other once the theme got a little bit darker, because I feel like from season 4 was a bit darker than the rest. I know dark things happened from 1 to 3, but season 4 is where things shifted a little bit. There was a time skip and things shifted. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was fitting. Everything made sense. I liked it. No problems. No problems. I know I'm meant to be highlighting problems, but you know when an anime is just flawless, you gotta give it its flowers. You understand? You gotta give it its flowers. You know, yeah, no problem. Does it? If you're an Attack on Titan fan, you know, enjoy life like me, because there's no problems. Hallelujah. Hunter x Hunter. I don't think I have to say much. I know you know what the problem is with this anime. Is that it's never coming back. How can you do that to us? How can you make something so amazing, so good, so captivating, so thrilling, and then just stop and disappear I know there were health issues, you know, so it's not disappearing for no reason. But yo, man, we've been left stranded since 2011. I wasn't even watching anime in 2011. I'll be honest. I started watching anime in like 2016. So it's been a long time still. But yo, some man have been left in the dust from 2011. It's now 2026, and there's still no news of any new season, any new anything. There's nothing going on. So the biggest problem is that they disappeared. They're no longer with us. The way I'm talking is as if they died, but like there's nothing going on. So yeah, the biggest problem is that you're just not gonna finish. So it's hard. You can't really be up there with the greats if you just don't want to finish. You know what I'm saying? You only going halfway. I'm getting sad just thinking about it. Damn. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, the biggest problem with this anime is that people don't give it as much credit as they should. I don't think there's an anime in the top 3 that is better than this anime. Let's be honest. What does One Piece have over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Episodes? What does Naruto have over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Villains? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood got villains. They got the 7 deadly sins: greed, envy, lust. They got power system. What power system? Chakra. These man got alchemy, equivalent exchange. You lose whatever you give, you're gonna lose. It's equal. It's perfect. What does Bleach have over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Fight scenes. Full Metal Alchemist got them. They got plenty of them, and they mean something. They really mean something. There's nothing that any of the big 3 anime have over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and my only big issue with it is that it doesn't get the plaudits that it deserves, I think, because I think it is better than most anime that people hype up. Let's be honest. I said Attack on Titan was perfect, and it is for me, but Full Metal Alchemist is in that bracket. Full Metal Alchemist is in that bracket. Perfect anime, started and finished. There's no reason for an extra season. There's no reason for a prequel, sequel, whatever. It's done. It's finished. It started. It ended. It's emotional. It's thrilling. The fight scenes are great. The openings are amazing. The endings are so good. The characters are so good. The ending was perfect. I liked the Attack on Titan ending, but the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood ending is perfect. It's so good. It's fulfilling. It makes you feel good. Attack on Titan, people didn't like it because it doesn't make you feel good, and I understand why they ended it that way, because it's one of those animes that can't end happy. But Full Metal Alchemist, it makes you feel good. It's a perfect ending. I love it. And not just me, I know everyone who's watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I know nobody who's watched the full anime has a bad word to say about it, because there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing. There's no problems with it. There's no issues. I can't even say one negative about it. And animation is good as well. It's all, oh man, I need to watch it again. I need to watch it again. There's no, it's perfect. I'm meant to be digging out the problems, but how can I? If it's perfect, it's perfect. What can I say? What can I say bad about it? What can I say bad about it? I got no negative to say about it. It's perfect. That's it. It's perfect. This is anime perfection. This is perfect. Hallelujah. Yeah, so Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, no problems. Perfect. That's what a perfect anime looks like. You want to know what a perfect anime looks like? Watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There we go. Dragon Ball Z Super, DBZ, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. The problem is that they seem to think that they're part of the big 3, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's the grandfather. It's the innovator. It's the one that every big anime looks up to. They look up to DBZ because it's the one that started a lot of things. You know, power systems, leveling up, powering up, everything. It's one of the pioneers of anime. And a lot of people, when you think of anime, you think of Goku, you think of Dragon Ball Z, you think of Vegeta, you think of those type of characters. But the only issue is that they're trying to be in areas that they're not part of. You're not part of the big 3. You know what I'm saying? You're inspiration to the big 3 for sure, but the big 3 is a big 3 for a reason. They were top in manga sales, they're top in popularity. There's a reason that they was the big three and not DBZ. So yes, you will never be part of the big three, but you're a pioneer, you're an innovator. Yes. So stop trying to creep into spaces where you don't belong. That's the only issue. Stop trying to be in places that don't involve you. But realize that your influence is recognized. Everyone recognizes your influence. Everyone recognizes how important you are to anime in general. But you're not part of the big three. Big up yourself though. Large up yourself. Yo, this video was longer than man expected, you know, but I appreciate you lot for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video, likes are free, you know what I mean? And subscribe. You know, you subscribe. I'm doing the YouTube thing properly. You know what I'm saying? So God bless you, and let me know if you agree with my takes on your favorite anime, if the problems match up, or if you think I'm just waffling. Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what other anime you want me to include, because I'll make another video on this for sure in the future. Might do a new gen one, so just let me know in the comments down below. Without further ado, take care and love, glory.